HR. HR is it's a particular department in an organization wherein it provides the selection of people who will work in this particular organization. It's legally speaking, it's the department wherein the power of selection, the power of payment of salary is being realized. Well, what I could observe lately is the focus on this what they call work-life balance. Uh, for most of the companies, of course, they provide compensation package to entice potential prospects to be employed. But more than anything else, once a person gainfully employed, we always look that this particular organization or private company will develop his personality at the same time. So it's more of the balance. You work not because you want to be compensated as well, but you work for purposes as a means to you to live. Simple as that. Uh, well, I observed that though there are very critical three trends that I could observe. Number one is that most HR practitioners or most HR professionals have this what we call interlocking network. For example, you have this pool of people, and then you could share data so that the other one who is in need of that particular set of skills could hire that particular person. So there's no more monopoly of information with regard to professionals who want to be gainfully employed, who want to seek employment. It's one, sharing of information and data or credentials of the prospects. Number two is that there's already growing kind of outsourcing. As before, they are viewed as confidential information, but right now, especially with salary, payment of leaves, etc., bookkeeping is already being outsourced so that the organic HR could focus more of training or what we call strategic planning. And then lastly, they also outsource the selection procedure of those prospective employee of a particular company, those few only. One just one thing as I could observe, it's the people come and go so easy. When somebody was gainfully employed by this particular company, sooner or later it can be enticed and be encouraged to transfer to another employer. So you do not have already the monopoly or the chance to develop this particular person that, for example, he will stay in the company for 2 years, for 3 years. Nothing's permanent. They could transfer immediately to another company. For example, in banks, if a person who's had this set of skills worked with the bank for the past 2 years, before you could see that people working in the bank will observe they will look for their retirement already. But right now, no. 3 years is long enough if an employee will not be promoted, will not have some character development in that particular bank. So he will transfer. Just like that. So you didn't have already the monopoly that a particular employee will stay longer to a particular company. That's one challenge. Number one, we have to have some legal mandate. We have to provide in their employment contract a non-involvement clause wherein they have, if they will terminate their employment with a particular employer, they will not get involved to another company of the direct competition. That's non-involvement. Or number two, of course, it's not legally binding, but at least you provide a bond wherein for the particular period that we give you a gainful training, you will stay with the company for at least 6 months. So I think that's one way for us to be assured that this particular employee with that particular set of skills, and then we train them either locally or overseas, will stay with us for the past 6 months or 1 year, so that we could maximize whatever training we give to him. Of course, it's all with the pay, compensation. If I have a good compensation package, maybe I will stay as compared to another employer. And I do not want to call it privilege or benefits, but it's more of the reward system, wherein the employer will give me this particular sense of involvement to contribute to the growth of that particular employer, and then I will be rewarded in return. Simple. Okay. This is one. There's one thing that I observed lately. It's what they call corporate social responsibility. Of course, through the help of social media, people get exposed. People get to know what is happening around them, and then what would be their responsibility. For example, I want to do this, I want to do this, in a sense na hindi kailangang bayaran. So through corporate social responsibility, people get involved, employees get involved to do something outside of their clerical function within the company. Let's say, for example, planting trees, fun run. So with that, I was able to help to engage my employees, not in a not in a corporate related activity, but at the same time they will be engaged. They will be uh, enticed and encouraged to be to join such particular activities. Strategic management, primary purpose of which is to make your company objectives realized to the least cost to your company. So on that particular note, you need to have best managers. You need to have these leaders that you were able that could actually lay down the policies that you set. Since of course, employ private companies is basically for profit. It is for purpose. It was engaged. It was established for purposes of profit. So for strategic management, for my objective, for my business profit to be realized, and my objective to be achieved, I need to have best managers. So that would be the strategic management for me. You need to put that objective realized at the least cost to my company. The role of HR is that it gathers data, it provides research, and it gives the company the scale, sample, the different organizational perspectives, so that on that particular note, the company would able to decide on that particular research or data gathered or best policies that could actually be implemented to achieve their business objectives. I could see it with a two approach. One is the operative policies, and the last one is facilitating the skills. In operative policies, since HR gather data and have some particular research to provide good laying of policies for strategic management, it now drives you to a good policy for proper business judgment, so that the company were able to realize that particular business objective for profit in the least cost or least company expense. Lastly is the facilitating the skills. You need to have this particular interaction between your employees, the set of skills that you have, so that that particular set of skills will be uh, appreciative and meaning to say it has to have more, not only interaction, but it's more of okay. You need to provide that particular set of skills to what particular job function that it needs to be more efficient. Simple as that. So because of the set of skills of particular individual and through the help of that operative policies, that skills now turn to business profit for the company. Let's say, for example, I'm good in speaking, so I will put you in a training, and then I was able to realize that particular set of skills that you have, and now I'll be also I will have some gain from that particular set of skills since I hired you, and then you were already in good training, and then you will have some particular disciples in the company that could actually be encouraged to stay with the company. That's that. Yun lang.